So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another D.A.A.A.A.F.T. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day. I'm your guy, Toves, but you can call me Dr. Toves. The transfer window is finally shut. The Champions League fixtures has finally been drawn. Let's talk about it because this is the part of the Arsenal that pisses a lot of people off, that gets a lot of people angry, and we're going to delve into that. But before we do, please do us a favor by pressing the like button and subscribing if you're new or yet to do so, and also leave your comments on the transfer window and the Champions League fixtures in the comment section below. Let's get into it. Right now, I'm not one to listen to rumors, so my opinion today is not going to be based on the rumors, who we're linked to, who we're not linked to. I'm only going to talk about those that we actually signed and those that we actually released. And to me, that was not enough. Simply because I thought, or my prediction, or my premise that we're going to win the league is based on the fact that last season we had a alright transfer window. We signed Declan Rice. We signed Julian Timber. Everyone was hoping for a striker, but Mikel Arteta said we don't need a striker because he scored over 80 goals prior, and we scored 91 goals last season. So maybe we don't need a striker according to him. That's what he wants. Fair enough. He's the manager. We have to just follow what the manager says. We don't have to do what the manager says. You can have different opinions from the manager, but he is the actual manager employed by the club. So whatever he says goes, right? So I don't care if we did not sign a striker, but I just think that we are still short. We let a lot of people go. We not bring a lot of people in. Now, whether that's Arteta's decision, whether that is the board's decision, whether that's Richard Garlick and Edu and other people that are involved in the negotiations, whether that's their problem, right? It still leaves us short, and we're going to delve into all of that. Just bear with me for 1 second. Let me share my screen and look at some of the outs as well as some of the ins. I'll start with the outs because the outs is is as important as the ins, right? The out, so many outs. The ins, very, very few ins, and then we'll link that into the Champions League draw. So bear with me for a second. Let me share my screen and let us see the amount of, for lack of better term, fuckery that has gone on in this transfer window, because I'm sure that if you listen to other fan channels, the ones that are trying to get people to just, like and get all the subscribers up and say things that make people happy, I'm sure they'll be like, oh, the transfer window is a 7 out of 10. The ones that want to be like the spokespeople for the club, they'll be like, it's a 9 out of 10. We don't really need that much people. You just need 1 or 2 people to fill the gap. But the real people know. Real people, right? People that are not sheep. People that are not trying to do some PR on behalf of the club, because those people are not paid by the club, right? One of them got some shares from the club and then decided to be a spokesperson from the club, right? We're not talking about those kind of people. We're talking about those that actually watch the game, those that have high expectations, not even high expectations, those that are realistic about what the expectation should be, those that look at the trend, right? 93% season, and then we finished 5 points behind City in that season. Then last season we finished 2 points behind City. Obviously, the next step, natural progression of things, is to win the league. And to win the league, you need to sign very, very good players, because Manchester City signed very good players and even brought back their treble-winning captain in Gundogan. But this is not about Manchester City. This is about the Arsenal. So like I said, just bear with me. Let me share my screen. Let's discuss some of the outs. Now, the site I'm looking at has not been updated, but I'll fill in the gaps where there is a gap. Okay, so let me just share my screen briefly. Right, please, like I said, please press the like button, subscribe if you're new or you're yet to do so. So this is the list of the outs. All right, minus 1 or 2 that was signed, that was done in the last minute of the transfer window. Right, so out, Aaron Ramsdale to Southampton for 25 million. Is that good business? I don't really care. Do we need Aaron Ramsdale? Yes, because I believe that he was our better keeper, even though David Raya started the season great. He had some nice saves, nice shot stopping. I guess he's now comfortable. I've been saying that all season, maybe since he signed his contract. He knows that he's the number one. All faith is in him, so he's gone all out to be, saving shots. And Ramsdale would have been a good backup, but once you've been number one and you want to get back into the England squad, Pickford is having a mare of a season. So I guess he feels that he has a chance. Pickford had a mare Euros. Even this season as well, he's letting the goal and I was like, oh, my bad. But that's by the way. So maybe he just wants to play and get back into being the number one keeper of England. So Ramsdale, fair enough, is gone. No problem. Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace. Are we going to miss him? No, we're not going to miss Eddie Nketiah. In 5 years, he's only scored about 19 or 20 goals. So it's not really missed. Arteta doesn't really use him in the squad. Last season, when we signed Havertz, we didn't really see Eddie Nketiah at all. Yes, he scored a hat-trick against Sheffield, but what else did he do? We don't know. Karl Hein, well, he's an academy player. He's not really featured. No problem, he's gone. Emil Smith-Rowe, are we going to miss him? I think yes. And I'm going to explain why when I start talking about the Champions League fixtures, okay? Smith-Rowe to Fulham. One of the names that is missing in this list that's not been updated is Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson is also on loan to Fulham to the end of the season. I don't know if we can call him back at any point, but all I know is that he's on loan to Fulham. So we are strengthening Fulham by giving them Emil Smith-Rowe and Reiss Nelson, right? I'm going to come back to that very soon. Mikel D.A.A.A.F.T, whatever, he's gone. Omari Benjamin, don't really know him, he's gone. Lewis Brown, I guess all these are academic players. Catalin, all of that. Amario Kozia-Dubry, he's gone, right? He's been on the bench a couple of times, so I don't blame him for trying to want to play. And if he has a young manager that also believes in him, then fair enough, he goes to Brighton. Why not? Ovie Ejehiri is just a name I know because I'm Nigerian. Yeah, nice name from my village, or his parents will be from my village, so fair enough. Taylor Foran, don't know that. Arthur Okonkwo, it was just there as, I don't know. We didn't really do anything last season anyway, was on loan, so fair enough. Most of the names there, Mohamed El-Neni, do we really need him? No, he was just doing his coaching badges, I think, last season, and now he's gone to Al Jazeera, really. Anyways, Hubert, seen him a couple of times on the bench. Jim Hilson, don't know that guy. Tyrese John-Jules, just another academy player that had prospects. Did we see him? No. Cedric Suarez, well, he's been there too long. He made all his money. Good on him. Kido, I don't know the kid. Jack, I don't know Jack. No Tavares to last year on loan. Do we really need him? No. Do we miss him? No. Could he do a role? Maybe, but I guess we'll never know because he didn't really get the chance to prove himself. The few times he played, the first few times we were like, oh yeah, we have not Tavares, and then they made a mistake in a Carling Cup or an FA Cup, and we never saw him ever since. Albert Sambi Lokonga, right? Came in so much prospects. Do we miss him? No. Did they do all right at Crystal Palace? Maybe. There's some games that he played well. There's some games that he wasn't his best. Maybe England was not the country for him. So going to Sevilla, maybe he might do something. Chido Obi Martin. I remember seeing on Twitter, all the Twitter people, saying that he's the next guy. He's scored lots of goals, but he's being released. So I don't know why he's being released for free as well. If he's that much of a goal scorer, surely they should try to get something for him. Maybe he just didn't want to sign and wanted to go play football in a different place. Who knows? Don't care. Brooke Norton Coffee, right? Same. Bench so many times, never featured. Charles Sago, bench so many times, never featured. Charlie Patino, all of the people on Instagram and Twitter love this guy. I never saw the appeal with Charlie Patino, but anyways, he's gone. He's on loan, and now he's gone. Fabio Vieira, Porto on loan. Would we miss him? Maybe. Right? I'll get to that very soon. So, the maybes that we're going to miss so far has been Emil Smith-Rowe, Reiss Nelson, and Fabio, sorry, it's late in the night, Fabio Vieira to Porto on loan. And I'm going to explain why right now. Right? The Champions League fixtures has just been released. And we are going to be playing more games in the Champions League than in the previous seasons. If in the previous seasons where we're playing just 3 games in the group stages and some knockout fixtures. Now it's going to be about 8 games, 8 games in the league phase of the Champions League, right? That is mad. And we're letting all of these players go when we have much more games in the Champions League. Let's go to Arsenal website to see what the new format is. I'm sure some of you are already aware of it, but let's just talk about it again. Let's read what it is, just in case some of the people making the decisions at the board level are not paying attention to the amount of games that we have. We have the League Cup. Maybe they don't care about it. We have the FA Cup. Hopefully they care about it. We have the Premier League, 38 games. Hopefully they care about it. Then we have the Champions League that gives them lots of money. Hopefully they care about it, right? So let's look at what the format is. This is Arsenal's website, how the new format works. Following the expansion of the competition to 36 teams, because they want to be the new Super League, instead of a traditional group stage, all teams will instead compete against each other in a single table. Clubs will play 8 matches against 8 different teams, split evenly between home and away games. Yeah, the top 8 sides will qualify to round of 16. We don't care about that part. It's the league phase right now, because since we are short, I have no faith that we might even get into the round of 16, because that is going to be crazy. The fixtures are mad. Right? Those are the dates. So we're even starting the Champions League in September. In 2 weeks' time, approximately, match day 1 of the Champions League. Right? I don't even want to think about the fixtures in the weekend before and the weekend after. Right? That is mad. Okay? So, the teams we're going to be facing will be PSG will be hosting, Shakhtar Donetsk, Dinamo Zagreb, and Monaco at the Emirates Stadium. Tough games. PSG, tough. Shakhtar, tough. It's the Champions League. Zagreb, maybe we have some hope. Monaco, we'll see at the Emirates. And the away trips, we're going to Internazionale, Inter Milan. We're going to Atalanta, that won the Europa League. Sporting Lisbon, that we've struggled a couple of times against in the Europa League. And Girona. Those are the ones on paper that we should be able to do something against. On paper, right? But football is not played on paper. Football is played on the pitch. Football is played with players. A team of players that are not tired, that are well rested. So Paris at home, Inter Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk next, Atalanta, Dinamo Zagreb, Sporting CP, Sporting Lisbon, Monaco, and Girona. That is a lot of games, right? So that is 8 games normally, plus your 38, plus maybe 4 or 5 in the FA Cup, right? Plus maybe another 5 or 6 in the EFL Cup, assuming we make it to the final. That is a lot of games. Do we have the squad to rotate to play all this competition? Who knows? Saka has barely had a rest. Odegaard has barely had a rest. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes has barely had a rest. Raya, since he joined us, has barely had a rest. Thomas Partey, when he's not been injured, has barely had a rest. Gabriel Martinelli, when he's not been injured, has barely had a rest. Leandro Trossard, yes, he comes on for like 25-15 minutes, has barely had a rest. Right? So how are we going to compete in all of these competitions? We want to win a major trophy this season, right? With the limited squad that we have, how are we going to compete? Yes, Mikel Arteta is a good coach. Yes, he's a good tactician. But even in that, how are we going to compete? So let's look at the incoming of the transfer window. Let's look at the ins. Just bear with me. Look at this. Ins. Lucas Nygaard. Who knows that is? I'm guessing that's going to be for like the academy, to hopefully to sell for profit in the future. All of the super fans on YouTube are telling us that we are buying in all these young players so that we can sell them just like Manchester City and just like a Chelsea to make more money. They become spokespeople and accountants for the club. I don't know who this guy is, but we released so many prospects. Okay, David Raya completed. I don't count him as an in. Yes, is officially his payment was made this summer, but he's been with us since last season. So is it really a new signing? Doesn't count. Tommy Setford, again, I don't know, 850,000 pounds. Surely that's an academy player. Riccardo Calafiori, Bologna, 42 million pounds, and Mikel Merino, Real Sociedad, for 31.6 million pounds. And so far, it's not been reported yet because it's not yet a complete deal. Subject to paperwork by 1 a.m. Raheem Sterling is going to be an Arsenal player. Raheem Sterling is going to be an Arsenal player. Okay. Yes, we know there's rumors that Arteta worked with Sterling in the past. Maybe before he went to Chelsea, he could have come to Arsenal, but we went to get Kai Havertz. We didn't go to sign Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has a conundrum with his manager. He ran to Mikel Arteta to be like, oh, please, I know you guys are short. Help me. I'll take a pay cut. I'll play for you guys. Don't you worry. Give me whatever you want. Let me play. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has had a bad season. He has had 2 consecutive bad seasons, right? He has been that guy once upon a time. He's not a bad player. He's not a terrible player, but he's someone that is on the decline, by the way, right? 28, 29 years old. He's still got his pace. Is he clinical? No, he has never been clinical. How many assists does he have? Not much. Yes, he played relatively well in the Triple S squad. Sterling, Suarez, Sturridge, right? He did some bits. In Manchester City, he played well with Sane and Sergio Aguero, and that Triple S, right? Sterling, Sane, Aguero. Anyways, but at the Arsenal, like at Chelsea, what did he do? How many goals did he score? Did he even feature? Even to the point where Pochettino was playing him as a left wing back. That's how terrible that he was. Yes, he had a good game against Manchester City, but how many other good games did he have? We saw him fighting to take penalty with Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer last season. Now we're going to have this guy in our squad. Where is he going to play? Left wing? Striker? Right wing? Where? Number 10? Supporting striker? What's going on here? Right? What is going on here? He might bang the same way Kai Havertz banged in the end, right? But Sterling, really? If you're in your heart of heart, if you keep your Arsenal bias, trust the process, support Mikel Arteta, everything he does is magic away, do you think Raheem Sterling is going to do something? Right? Crazy. But before I even get into that detail, right? Yes, another problem I have with all these super fans on the internet. Super fans on the internet, right? Before the last 2 or 3 seasons, they were like, Mikel Arteta doesn't want to sign any old players. He only wants to sign project youth, only 20 to 22-year-olds. Anyone above 22-year-old is rubbish, is useless. But 2 seasons ago, 93% season, January window, we are going for the title. Who does he sign? Leandro Trossard and Jorginho. Jorginho at the time was about 30 or 31 years old. Leandro Trossard was about 27 years old. Right? Last season, we've just done a 93% season, competed for 93% of the season, and we are going for the title. Who does he sign? David Raya, 28 years old. Right? This season, we are going for the title again. Who does he sign? Mikel Merino, 28 years old. So you think that Mikel Arteta doesn't know that Project Youth does not win anything? That is the question I want to ask people. You guys just think that you understand what Mikel Arteta is doing, right? You know every tactic, you know his thought process. You don't know nothing, Jon Snow. You don't know nothing, Jon Snow. You don't know anything, right? He knows that Project Youth does not win anything. Yes, you can argue that the older players that he's signing, apart from maybe Trossard, are they really doing anything? Merino, we'll see, right? We'll see whether at the end of the day if he's going to adapt to the Premier League. Yes, he played well in the Euros, but there's another Spaniard that we could have signed. Yes, maybe they said he might not want to leave, and it's not PlayStation or FIFA. They're quick to always say these things. It's not PlayStation or FIFA, But if you put the money down, he's going to come, isn't it? You can do a loan with an obligation to buy. Nobody pays, like we signed Calafiori for £42 million. Do you think that Arsenal went to go give Bologna £42 million cash? Like, just give us your bank details, I'll transfer it. Come on, guys. That's not the way transfer windows work. Right? If you want to sign him, you go and sign him. Sterling, we don't have any money, but we have money to pay Sterling's wages and pay for his loan fee. Come on, guys. And this is another thing I don't like, right? Mikel Arteta signed all these players that are diverse. He signs for versatile players. They can play in different positions, right? Now, my question then is this versatility different positions or being able to adapt to different tactics? I think that is a poignant question to ask. Is this versatility, positional versatility, or tactical versatility? Because now that we are short, let's go through our team, right? We have in goalkeeper, we also signed a goalkeeper, by the way, Neto. I don't say his name here yet. I guess it's not yet been official. Neto, goalkeeper, 31 years old. Again, another older guy. Project Youth. I guess we're leaving Project Youth to Project Retirees. So we have Neto and David Raya, one of that older guy, by the way. 2 or 3 seasons down the line, we'll be looking for a new goalkeeper, but no problem. If we win the league, that'll be fine. In the defensive positions, we have Calafiori, Jurriën Timber, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Gabriel Magalhaes, Jakub Kiwior, William Saliba, and Benjamin White, right? Those are our defenders, which we know that Tomiyasu, injury prone, Zinchenko, injury prone. They don't play unless other people are injured, really. Jurriën Timber is not yet fit. What if he gets injured again? He had a knee injury. He might have a recurrent one like Gabriel Jesus. So, Kiwior, yes, was a good deputy, but when it came to the Champions League, did he really perform? Your thoughts is as good as mine. Midfield, we have Thomas Partey, we have Jorginho, we have Declan Rice, we have Odegaard, we have... I think that's it. That's all for the midfield. Jorginho, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard. I know some of you are saying, what about Ethan Nwaneri? Nwaneri is not going to play. Arteta has been here for 4.5 seasons. How many times have you seen him bring in youth? He only brought in Ethan at the time to possibly piss off Brentford because of what they did against us. Has he played ever since? Look at Ethan's face on the bench. Look at his expressions on the bench. Does he look like someone that knows that he's going to play? He's always frowning. It's like just warming the bench. He's not going to come up as a sub at all. So it's not going to be used. It's not, to me, I don't count him as a midfielder, right? So our midfield, that's our midfield. Attacking, we have Leandro Trossard, Bossard. We have Gabriel Martinelli. We have Gabriel Jesus. We have Kai Havertz. And we have Bukayo Saka. That's all. And you guys are telling me that we are going to be able to compete on all fronts for all these games and these numbers of games. Arteta does not rotate. He signed all these versatile players, but he rarely uses them. You can count on one hand how many times Gabriel Jesus was not the centre forward. On one hand, you can count how many times he played on the left, how many times he played on the right. Same as Leandro Trossard, you can count how many times he started on the right, maybe once or twice. Martinelli, they're trying to use him now on the right since the end of last season. But really, do you think if Saka gets injured, Martinelli is going to be the one on the right? Do you think Leandro Trossard is going to be the one on the right? Do you think Gabriel Jesus is going to be the one on the right? This is why I'm saying I'm going to come back to this list of out. Emil Smith-Rowe. If Odegaard is injured, who's going to play? Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz can play midfield. He's played there. Was he effective? Mbano. No. If Saka is injured, who's going to play on the right? Fabio Vieira. Oh, guess. Oh, yeah. He's gone to Porto. Reece Nelson. Oh, yeah. He's at Fulham. Who else? If Saka gets injured, I can bet you that Gabriel Jesus is also injured at the same time. Right? So, this transfer window, if you want to rate it out of a 10, is a 1.5. 1.5 out of 10 is my rating for the transfer window, because nothing you can tell me that to make me feel good about this transfer window. You say maybe they have a plan for January. You don't know that. You don't talk to Edu. You're not part of the board. They don't fill you in. There's no stakeholder statement anywhere where they tell you what they're doing. So you don't know that. Last January, we did not sign anybody. So what is the guarantee that we're going to sign someone this January? Right? Mikel Arteta is as stubborn as I am and as stubborn as Arsene Wenger. He probably thinks this is my squad. I'm going to use what I have. Or he probably knows that there's no money, or the board doesn't want to spend money, so he has to make do of what he has. Do you think Mikel Arteta wants to sign a 31-year-old goalkeeper on loan when he's going for a title run? Do you think that Mikel Arteta does not want to have an additional midfielder? You think that Mikel Arteta does not want to have another left winger? He's been trying for how many seasons to sign a left winger? Do you think he does not want like Nico Williams? Do you think he does not want a clinical striker? You must be joking. If he kept Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang because he was a goal-scoring threat, do you think he does not want a proper finisher instead of having Kai Havertz? When he signed Kai Havertz, he said Kai Havertz is going to play in the midfield. But now he's our centre forward. Come on, guys. Use your brain, as I always say. Anyways, you let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy with the draw, because I don't think it's going to be a tough one. Let me not jinx Arsenal. I always want Arsenal to win. I always want Arsenal to go far. I'm sure when we're playing against Brighton, I'm going to be happy. I'm sure when we play against the Inter Milan and the Shakhtars and those people, I'm sure I'm going to be happy. But until then, nah, man, I have no hope for this transfer window. I have no hope for the Champions League. I'm just hoping that this man can rotate the versatile players that he signed into different positions and give some people some break, instead of using the same starting 11 week in, week out and burning them out. And by January, we're all like, oh, the league is gone. Oh, maybe we should sign another striker. We can't keep doing this dance over and over again. All right, stop looking at transfer windows. It doesn't, for Arsenal, it doesn't work. It does not work. Right? Gyökeres will be a good striker. Antonio, stop saying what you think is going to happen. Right? Listen, no, watch out for what the club actually does and then talk about it, whether you're happy or not happy. They don't care what you think. They've already told you guys are consumers, you're customers, you're not shareholders, so they don't listen to you guys. And stop acting like a shareholder. Stop acting like you know what the club is doing and what Mikel Arteta is thinking and what Edu is doing. You said be excited. Are you excited? Are you excited? That's where I'm going to leave this one. Press the like button, please. Thank you very much. Even if you don't like what I've said, just like it anyway. Spread the gospel of Arsenal. Alright. Subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. And I'm going to see you after the Brighton game for my review. Until then, use your brain. SCFR. Thank you very much. Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.